Well, good morning and welcome to 755 Live, about 5 minutes of what Jesus said. Thank you so much, those of you who consistently like and share and comment. Tina, appreciate your support. Thank you for checking in today. It really helps if this is meaningful to you, if you do those things, if you comment, if you like it, if you share it. Just helps us get the word out about Jesus. You'll find a different command of Jesus at our weekday Bible plan at bible.today.church. Some helpful information there. Good morning, Adam. Glad to see you checking in today. These are sound bites of the commands and example and teachings of Jesus, just to help us to apply it in our daily lives. Jesus said, "Go make disciples by teaching them to obey all of the things that I've commanded you." And so that's the vision behind these Jesus says. Today's soundbite: love that neighbor. Carol, good to see you. Thank you. Appreciate your support as well. This comes from Matthew 22:39 through 40. Verse 34 says, "Now when the Pharisees heard that he had silenced the Sadducees, they assembled together." These were the two opposing religious groups of the day. "And one of them, an expert in religious law, asked him a question to test him." They were testing Jesus with this question: "Teacher, which commandment in the law is the greatest?" Jesus said to him, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. The second is like it: love your neighbor as yourself. All the law and prophets depend on these two commandments." Now, today we're taking the second one. Jesus said, "Love that neighbor." The reason for the emphasis on that is that the Jews were trying to trick Jesus and trap him with this question. They had a certain understanding of these commands, but Jesus taught a higher level of the commands. For instance, when the law said, "Don't murder," Jesus filled that command up by saying, it means more than that. It means don't even hate. And he was doing the same with these two commandments. And loving that neighbor means loving everyone. It's not just about the neighbors that we choose. Speaking of neighbors, I want to say hi to Jennifer and Malcolm also, who just checked in today. Thank you for joining us. Our memory verse this week from bible.today.church is from Mark 12, another place where Jesus listed these two commandments as the greatest. He does the same thing in Luke 10 and tells the story of the Good Samaritan when he's asked the question, "Who is my neighbor?" The context of the love your neighbor command is from Leviticus 19:18. Where the law says, "You must not take vengeance or bear a grudge against the children of your people, but you must love your neighbor as yourself. I am the Lord. I am Yahweh." And so the Jews understood this, loving your neighbor, to love those in your club, love those in your family, love those who are like you. That was the cultural understanding. But Jesus filled this command up and showed us that our neighbor is more than just those that are like us. Now, the Jews were always looking for an exception, looking for a way out. And that's what they did in Luke 10. The expert, wanting to justify himself, said to Jesus, "Who is my neighbor?" And Jesus told the story of the Good Samaritan, making an outcast in that society the hero of the story, because he showed mercy to someone who was outside of his family and national circle, someone not like him. Jesus taught in Luke 6:31 through 32 to treat others in the same way you would want them to treat you. "If you love those who love you, what credit is that to you? For even sinners love those who love them." Who is my neighbor? The answer to that question is yes. Love everyone. Everyone is our neighbor, not just the ones who are like us, not just the ones who are in our circle of culture and understanding, but love everyone. Love God, love people, Love your neighbor as yourself. Treat others in the same way that you would want them to treat you. It's not just about loving those who love you. Even sinners do that. Loving your neighbor is about loving that neighbor, that one that you don't really want to love. Laying down our own desires and our own will and our own way to give others the kind of mercy and kindness that God gives us. Jesus said, love that neighbor. How can we put that into action today?